Boom, we're pre-recorded and it's another beautiful day for this Wednesday, October the 10th morning. We're going to dive in and take a look at the charts for all of our favorite digital cryptocurrencies. We're going to be obviously overlooking Bitcoin, one of our, our favorite so far. We're going to take a look at Litecoin, OMisego, Neo. We're going to throw Ravencoin in there again as well, as we have someone coming to set up a miner. So thank you guys for helping us figure that out. And we actually have some connections for anyone who's interested in mining Ravencoin as well. So we'll keep that in mind over the next week or two, as we have a local company in Costa Rica that does mining that's offered to help us out pretty much for free. So excited about that. Build the partnerships, help them raise their company's awareness in the field as well. And with that in mind, let's dive right in and take a look at the charts. So, boom, here we go. We were actually sitting here on Veritasium from yesterday. Again, it's let's not start with that. Let's go directly into Bitcoin. It's our favorite, obviously. Just look at this, like clockwork. Boom, touch this trend line right around the $6,400, $6,500 mark yesterday. Instantly bounced back up to the $6,500, $6,600 mark. We do suspect we're going to continue to test this as we get closer and closer to these breakout points in the triangle here. It's extremely important to notice and remember why. So if you zoom out, there's actually a few corollary triangles that are taking place right now. So we have the longer descending pattern, which is actually could bring us all the way down to $4,200 into January if we actually break down here. But this little line here that we started, this new trend that we started to build upwards for the higher highs, higher lows, has actually been taking place since May. So here we've seen higher lows and higher lows towards this new, and then all of a sudden we started taking a new trend line. So keeping a close eye on patterns as they start to unfold is extremely important. For instance, I think it's Alan Watts who said, we're not actually trying to just rush to the end of the musical piece. It's every note in between that we're trying to enjoy along the way. And that's really, I think, the way it's best to look at crypto charts, is that this is a daily notation basis where every note is like a beautiful expression of the most miraculous things ever, the fact that we're alive and on the planet. So these every time a new trend kind of starts to take place, I think watching it, regardless of if you're invested or not, is information and education into understanding why this is valuable and how it can be used to your benefit later on down the road. Now, a lot of this is looking for entry and exit points. That's a huge part here. So I'm going to give my outlook for the next few months. I do suspect that we will break out here, although that might not be the case. We still could break down and go to the $4,200 area. But if we do break out, I suspect that we'll see something kind of similar to this. So look at this. Check this out. An Elliott wave, guys. Haven't drawn this up for a while. I do suspect we would go from here. If we do, we break out to this area around the $7,600, just above our last high over here, the last high low. We would come down probably here, $6,800, just above the $6,700 line where we were having troubles breaking out, and then somewhere like this, test 10,000, come back down here, usually just above the 1 for the 3, and then continue to break out to 12,000. Now, this is not actually the time frame that I suspect this would happen. This would probably take a few months longer if you would even see it. But this point here, this number 2, this is actually where we're going to look to re-enter everything. So it may not be at a lower price point for anything, but at least we would have a confirmation of a new high before we decided to make any particular move. Now, if that's not the case and we break down, well, dang, we could go again down to the $4,000 area pretty quickly. So I think looking for this new 1 and then 2 on the Elliott wave is going to be hugely important. So I'm looking for a breakout to around $7,900, $7,600, and then a return to around 6,800. Once we see the 6,800 mark take in, I'm going alt season hunting like they just opened doors on Duck World. Anyway, so keep an eye and a mind on that particular place, because if we don't break out there, we will continue to follow this downtrend in this bearish descending wedge here. We're going to take a look at Ethereum. I do believe we've reached pretty much the all-time lows, and as you can see here, this trend line that we drew last week, I should have extended it here. Let's see, I can even do that now. We'll extend it right up to the bottom here and extend it outwards. That way we get a clearer vision. This is actually where we kind of broke out of the downwards triangle that we were in, and we started moving sideways in this parallaxing channel. So I do suspect that we have hit pretty dang close to the bottom for Ethereum. I do suspect we could maybe touch that 170 mark again, but it seems unlikely. This new trend line that started to form here, I think is important to pay attention to. So I think we'll see a gradual increase in the price of Ethereum. I think the area we're looking for to really reprove that is around $300. Once we re-enter the $300 range, I think that's the proof that we hit the bottom, again, because that would be a massive decline and retracement from the $170 mark already. Quick look at Litecoin. I'm going to stay fairly constant on my idea with Litecoin here. I am looking for, and when I say entry point, it's not like I don't own Litecoin already. It's that I mean I've got some extra in the reserves for Bitcoin to fire away on this if we see the capitulation that I'm looking for. If we don't, I'm not going to enter this token at all, because I do suspect that we could come down to the $42 mark around here one last time as we entered that number 2 wave in Bitcoin that we were previously showing you. Digibyte, volume is low. We're right through this 380 line that we had drawn months ago on around the 2-hour chart. Actually, let's scroll back out here. Oh, and this is Digibyte to Bitcoin. Perfect. So we can see here that on the around the 2-hour chart, it doesn't make, on the 2-hour chart here, we've got a very low volume on our MACD here as well. We've actually turned down on the 2-hour, but on the 1 day we were still pointed up as far as I remember. So we want to keep an eye on that 1 day chart for Digibyte. I think as soon as Digibyte starts to cross over the MACD here, we will see a breakout. So I've got a close eye on Digibyte because I believe it's close to breaking out. OMisego was one of the ones that was close to breaking out as well. As you can see here on the 1 day chart, we're actually moving up towards the top of the MACD there as well. So keeping a close eye on Digibyte. Cardano was all the way down near its bottoms as well, but we just broke through on the 1 day here. So we're actually looking for this red line to finally break through here as well. And then we should actually see a price increase in Cardano. But again, we see a little bit of descending volume here as well. So not a positive sign as we're breaking through, but it could signal a small breakout, maybe 10, 12% on Cardano as well. So we're just going to look at those coins today. Actually, and I said I'd throw NEO in there too, because there's a lot of NEO fans. NEO is actually just again on the 1 day broke back above its moving average, but hasn't broken through the convergence and divergent of the volume yet. So we'll keep a close eye on all these tokens over the next 2 weeks as Bitcoin and the rest of them start to make the moving averages turn in our particular direction. I'm going to keep it short for today. Please give us those thumbs up if you like this content. If you're new to the Bear family, remember to subscribe, hit that little bell. That way anytime we go live, you'll be notified. Also, if you're new to here as well, join the Telegram channel in the links below. There are a ton of great people that are always very supportive. For all of you that have been asking about the Bear Den membership and our newsletter, we are going to be opening that back up. We only charge $20 a month for that newsletter. We see other people that charge $300 to $400 for everything that we give away for free, for all of our crypto trading stuff. That's all for free on the website. Well, and more, I think more enticing are the videos that we create about how to use your Bollinger Bands, how to trade with your MACD, etc. What are the lines of convergence you should look for. Those are already available for free on the bottom of our YouTube channel in something called Crypto Courses. Maybe we'll add that to the playlist description below. But anyways, keep that in mind. The newsletter will be live hopefully next month, as well as the private members club, which is going to come with things like discounts on gear or collectible t-shirts, swag stuff. We're really trying to figure out how to build it best for the Bear family and what all you guys are interested in. So we'll keep growing that. But again, remember the price for that is cheap. Don't sign up yet. Don't sign up yet. If you do, there's nothing there. You technically can sign up, but there won't be a newsletter that goes out this month. There are no new Bear Notes that are coming out, but we will keep on top of that next month as we grow. We want to welcome Brendan White to our American correspondence. He's going to be helping write content to the website because that's something I'm not very good at. Recently, we had hired people from Upwork to actually just rewrite a bunch of articles around on the internet to help like boast more content, because there is so little of it in the crypto space. But now we're going to look at just hiring individual writers and correspondents. So keep your eyes out on the World Crypto Conference for Brendan White. He's going to be doing some interviews and chats and repping the Bear brand name as our correspondent, as I currently enjoy my time in Costa Rica, planting food, building roads, and pruning the trees. This is Tia with the Arcane Bear. I'm going to sign off for the rest of the afternoon, or maybe not. Hopefully I'll come back live, right? We always hope I come back live for more rants. This is my gentle rant for the day. And actually, let's hope I find something to rant and yell at this guy about, because it's always fun. We'll see you guys on the other side.